guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm starting out this Aladdin Sane Ziggy Stardust sort of look with a full coverage foundation as a base, with a really glowy primer under that. I used the Jelly Pong Pong Illuminate, and I'm now contouring with a really bright hot pink blusher. You can use any brand you want. I went with this. It's just a random one from Superdrug, I think. I don't know what brand it is. It's called Make Me Blush, and yeah, it's just this really bright pink, and I'm sculpting the cheeks a little bit to look a little more masculine by dropping the cheekbone contour down when it reaches sort of the end of my cheekbones, to sort of square off the jaw a little bit. I'm doing quite a dramatic contour. Sorry, I'm just checking the reference there, I think. And I'm contouring the jawline and everything as well. Next I'm taking, I didn't show the camera I don't think, I'm taking Urban Decay Heat on a Real Techniques domed crease brush, and I'm basically really messily applying that around the eye. It reads quite pink without a primer underneath it, so it's pretty much perfect for this look. I'm now taking this Me Lipglide in pink. And as I say, I will put all of the products down in the description box as I do with all of my videos. And I'm just mapping out the lightning strike on his face, which, as you can see, is confusing me quite a bit because I'm looking at a mirror reflection of it and I'm trying to work out which side I'm actually supposed to be doing it on, and I'm getting quite confused. Spatial awareness was never my strong point. I should probably not learn to drive. I'm now taking the Collection Gel eyeliner. I'm sure you guys know this stuff by now, it's like my favourite. And I'm just putting a line along the side of the lightning bolt closest to my hairline, I guess? My camera stopped recording again. I'm not sure why this keeps happening. But I used the Maybelline 24-hour colour tattoo in the electric blue, or whatever the blue shade's called. And then I used a red grease paint, which again reads pink. I then took my MAC Pro Longwear concealer in NC15 and cleaned up the lines and any mistakes I'd made, and also just took it along the edges of the lightning bolt to make it pop a little bit. Apologies, I think I'm having a conversation with somebody who's off camera all through this. So sorry if that's distracting. But yeah, this is a really handy step because it lets you correct anything you've done wrong. I set that grease paint again with that same blusher I used to contour. So that's the end of the sort of normal Ziggy Stardust kind of look, apart from I used Eyeko Black Magic mascara, which you can barely see. My lashes are so short, oh my god, I need to wear more falsies. And then for the lips I used this New Look lip liner in dark brown, and I'm really surprised with how good New Look's makeup range are. Like, most clothing stores' makeup range is just appalling, but that's so good. But yeah, that's it for the Ziggy Stardust look. So let's get kind of glam and gore on this and zombify it! So to do this I used liquid latex and tissue paper, which is like every SFX artist like first method they learn to use, and it's really accessible, it's really easy. The only thing you really need to know with this is always patch test latex to make sure you're not allergic to it, and never put it directly over hair, so never put it over eyebrows or anything, because you will cause an inadvertent waxing session, which is why you see me putting a wig cap around my hair now. So this bit's very much up to you. I decided to zombify the lightning strike and not much else, and just sort of make the rest of the complexion quite dead looking. So I applied tissue and latex layers just across where the strike was, and you just apply it until you're happy, really. So you can roll it up like I did across my nose, or you can use sort of sheets of it, and I just use more latex on my finger to sort of blend out the edges to make it look a little more natural. And now you have to wait for it to dry, which is a pain. But once it's dried, I took that same paint I used to paint the lightning strike, and I'm now going to paint over the tissue and latex combination. This is probably going to come out a bit lighter than your actual face, but by the time you finish dirtying it up and adding scab blood or whatever, it's really not going to matter. No one's going to notice. So I'm just painting over that, and I don't know, on camera most of that seems to blend fairly well, so it's just the really chunky bits that don't. And those are the bits you're going to have peeling up and looking all ooky, so it really doesn't matter. Just as long as you don't have any actual white showing, because the white will tell. So next I'm taking a black grease paint and a pair of tweezers, and I'm pulling up the edges and I'm painting black underneath the edges I'm pulling up. So I just used a little detail brush to put the black underneath with. I don't think you actually see much of that. So yeah, I'm using the tweezers to actually pull up the edges, but then once it's up a little bit, I am using my fingers to pull it a bit. I tend to not take latex very close to my eyes just because I'm one of those people, and I do the thing that you're not supposed to do where I pull off any latex prosthetics and makeup I have. And you shouldn't, and yeah, but I do. I'm now using the same brush I used for the pink, and I've put black on it, and I'm just taking that under and around my eyes to sort of add to that dead look. And I also use that brush to start dirtying up the sort of zombie lightning strike kind of thing going on. So currently it's doing a wonderful impression of my actual real dark circles that I cover up for every video. So that's nice! Doing your makeup to look how you really look before makeup. Logic. So yeah, I'm just adding the black underneath and over the top as well, just to sort of dirty everything up and bruise it a bit. Well, not bruise it. Rigor mortis, you know, that stuff. And yeah, with this I used a textured tissue paper, which I wouldn't recommend, but you don't really notice. So I'm now taking a stippling brush and a green grease paint, and I'm just going over any parts of my skin that aren't contoured. So where it's not hot pink, it's going to be vaguely green and stipply. This would probably be better done with alcohol paints, but they're really expensive, so I don't have any of those. And at this point I decided I wanted a hole in the middle of the lightning strike on my forehead, so I started pulling that out with the tweezers. I recommend a good pair of like sharp tweezers for this, because it tends to help, because latex can be quite stubborn to rip holes in. I'm now going to vanish off screen to do it. Well done. Get back in shot. So now I'm just taking a little tiny detail brush and painting the black inside that wound. You can add scab blood and stuff to this, or you can not. Logically, if somebody was this dead, they probably wouldn't have blood left in their body, so you don't really need to. There I'm just sort of pushing the latex flap around a bit so that it looks like the skin's really separated from the skeleton, I guess, and I don't know, just make it look gross. Make it look as gross as you can until you're happy with how gross it is. So yeah, that was where I decided to finish it, but of course you could add scab blood and stuff. So please subscribe if you'd like to see what my tutorials for the rest of October, and I hope you enjoyed. Thanks guys!